Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about third party risk assessment. And in due course, for doing that, I have chosen a platform which is a very famous platform these days going around, that is the SaaS based third party security risk management platform, Panorays. Panorays is an application and it's a third party application. It was founded in 2016. Now, this platform basically gives you visibility into the control of the third party security risk. As you see here on the screen, we have here the third party risk assessment. It's a freemium version and it's a trial version for a couple of days, maybe. So I just enabled it, created an account, and I'm about to click on this button. Let's see what happens. When we do that, it gives me three options: test and assess the suppliers, automate the questionnaires, and create remediation task. So let's see how this application helps us for third party risk assessment. This platform checks for vendor compliance. This platform checks for compliance within multiple regulations like GDPR, CCPA, New York Department of Financial Services, standardization, information gathering, then consensus assessments, initiative questionnaires, and so on. So, without further any delay, let us see what happens when I click on the first supplier. So, it asks me the supplier details. Let me give a supplier detail as a name. Okay. So, I'm not sure if it appear here. It tries to load. It says no matching company or primary domain found in Panorays database. So this database contains all the company's names, primary domains of the names, etc. So if I want to create a new company. I can give the name of the company as and create. So this is added as a new company. Now I click on the next. Once I do that, it asks me for more further details like what is the MDNA, what is the DPA, what is the contract date when it starts, which department is the business owner of the supplier, because it can be communicating with the HR department, marketing department, sales department, customer success department. So let us talk about sales here. Contract date starts from 1st December. Okay. MNDNA and DPA. These are so. What is this MNDA? What is the DPA? Non-disclosure agreement and data processing agreements, right? So, data processing agreements are basically outlining the terms for data processing, focusing on ensuring data protection and privacy compliance. While non-disclosure agreement is a contract where parties agree not to disclose confidential information they have been shared with each other, right? So there is a reason we need these particular documents. The data protection agreement, it's an agreement between a data controller like the company and the data processor like a service provider. Now MNDA binds both the parties to confidentiality, while NDA protects the interest of only one party. So that is how MNDA and NDA differ. Clicking on the next, supplier contact, I need to give a supplier contact. Since I don't have specific name in mind, I can put here, I can put the position as okay, and put a name, email here. So as you see here, the supplier contact, at the contact you would like to share your security questionnaire and discuss your remediation requests with. It is just a sample questionnaire that will come up, right? So let me put my own email address so that I get this one, right? So and click on add. So this will be added as a contact. Okay, add a supplier contact. If I want to add more, I can click on add contact. Okay, so there'll be more email addresses, which is a mandatory field I have to put, but other position, name, phone number, I don't have to put any of them. Okay, and done. So it says supplier added successfully. You can now start evaluating secure suppliers and explore their security profile and their asset, send auto questionnaires, create remediation tasks. To avoid and edit advanced supplier options, click the edit supplier button below. So click on close. Okay. Now it is still scanning. It may take up to 72 hours. Let's go to the questionnaires. I want to send a questionnaire, but I have to select which one I want to send. There are preset questions like confidential information, share personal identifiable information, provide managed services and professional services, provide technology and software. So let us start with this one. 51 questions in the questionnaire, 31 standard questions, 20 based on relationship. We can do a questionnaire preview. Now, these are the questionnaire questions which the supplier has to actually respond to. So as you can see here, it says the first one, please select all the data transfer and integration points that apply to our engagement. So you can put here whatever the communication is happening for. Please describe how you utilize and access our data. So there has to be an information which needs to be put here. Then comes what data is processed, PII, PHI, and where is it kept? Is it kept on servers? Is it kept on databases? And so on. Then you have please select all applicable territories in which data or system will be accessed from, processed, or stored. Then you have please provide a comma separated list of your company domain names. Are there dedicated personnel for information security or a CISO in your organization? How many employees work in your company? How many employees are dedicated in information security? Do you have a formal information security policy that is reviewed at least once a year and approved by your senior executive? So all of these questions, they basically focus on what how much you want to ask questions from that specific third party, so that you are assured your data is safe, your transactions are safe, your communication with that environment is safe. So that's how basically you are going to do the assessment. So lots of questions are there, specifically from governance and risk. How many employees are dedicated to each information security team? Is there an information security risk committee or meeting with senior management members? What are the top 3 identified risks? Then in compliance, is there collection of, access to, processing of, disclosure of, or retention of client scope data that includes any classification of personal information or personal data of individuals? So this way basically you can use this platform, and you can basically leverage the platform for getting responses in terms of business continuity, incident response, encryption, authentication and user management, security control, data processing and third party handling of them, like Are there documented policies and procedures regarding limiting the personal information collected and its use to the minimum necessary? So this way you can ask questions around the specific governance policies and compliance policies that you are interested in. Compliance specific questions, governance and risk specific questions, and solution overview and data flow specific questions. So that's how basically you can use this platform for third party risk assessment. Thank you. See you in the next video.